Hello students, in the previous video we discussed about the nomenclature of coordination compound. So in this video we shall discuss the postulates of Warner theory. Postulates of Warner theory. So here Warner was a chemist. So he is the first chemist to formulate the structure of coordination compound. Okay. So here you can see the some of the postulates of Warner's theory. So in that first one, so in coordination compound, the central metal atom shows two types of valencies. Okay. So in central metal and in a coordination compound, the central metal atom shows two types of valencies. Two types of valencies. So in that first one, primary valency. Primary valency, and second one, secondary valency. So what is meant by primary valency and secondary valency? I will give one example. So in any of, you can consider any of the coordination compound, that is so it is an example for coordination compound. So in this example, this Cl3, that is primary valency, and NH3 that is ammonia 6, that is a secondary valency. Okay, so in any of the coordination compounds, it having two types of valencies, that is primary valency and secondary valency. Okay, so ಇದು ಒಂದು coordination compound ಗೆ example ಆಗಿದೆ. So ಈ example ಅನ್ನು ನೀವು ನೋಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ, so the ions present outside the square bracket, that is primary valency, and the ligands present inside the square bracket, they are called secondary valency. That is the first postulate. And the primary valency, okay, the primary valency is always equal to the oxidation state of the metal atom. Okay, primary valency is equal to oxidation number or oxidation state of the central metal atom. That is one of the postulates. Okay, so here primary valency is always equal to the oxidation state of the central metal atom. Okay, so not in all the coordination compound, most of all the coordination compounds in the primary valency is always equal to the oxidation number of the oxidation state of the central metal atom. Okay, and next is secondary valency is always equal to the coordination number of the central metal atom. Coordination number. Okay, so here the secondary valency, I already told that these are the secondary valency. Okay, and these secondary valency is always equal to the coordination number of the central metal atom. Okay, so in the previous video I already told that. So here the number of ligands is always equal to the coordination number, isn't it? So that's why here the secondary valency is equal to the coordination number. Okay, that is one of the postulate. And next one, primary valency is ionizable. Primary valency is ionizable and it is satisfied by negative ions. Negative ions. Okay, primary valency is ionizable. So I already told that in a previous video. All the coordination compounds are very stable in both the solid state as well as in the aqueous state. But when we add it into a water or any of the solvent, this coordination compound only Ionize are dissociate only the ions present outside the square bracket. Okay, so if we add this compound or this compound into a water, only dissociate Cl3. Okay, that is Cl3 is a primary valency. So that's why primary valency is ionizable. Okay, so even though postulate na meaning you know that really primary valency, here the Cl3 is a primary valency and ammonia 6 are the secondary valency. Okay, so these primary valency are ionizable and satisfied by negative ions. So most of the primary valencies are negative ions are anionic compound ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. Okay, yes. And next postulate is secondary valency. Secondary valency is non-ionizable. Okay, so I already told that here the molecules present inside the square bracket are constant in all the state, solid state as well as in the aqueous state. So that's why secondary valency is, this is the secondary valency. So these secondary valency are non-ionizable and it is satisfied by the neutral molecules and sometimes negative ions. Okay, so these are the some postulates of Werner's theory. Okay, so and the last postulate is the secondary valencies are oriented around the central metal atom and it gives the geometrical shape to the complex. That is the last postulate. Secondary valencies oriented around the central metal atom and gives geometrical shape to the complex. Okay, so these are the some postulates of Werner's theory. So it will ask for 3 marks in an exam. It's very important for 3 marks. Okay, so in that first postulate, in all the coordination compound, the central metal atom shows 2 types of valencies, that is primary valency and secondary valency. And primary valency is always equal to the oxidation state of the central metal atom, and secondary valency is equal to the coordination number of the central metal atom. And primary valency is ionizable, secondary valency is non-ionizable. Primary valency is satisfied by negative ions and secondary valency is satisfied by neutral molecules are negative ions. And last postulate, the secondary valencies are oriented around the central metal atom. In the previous video I already told that. So here it is a central metal atom and 6 ligands. Okay, so 6 ligands, they are oriented around the central metal atom and form a coordinate covalent bond. Okay, and it decides the geometrical shape of the complex. Okay, these are the some postulates of Werner's theory. I will give some examples to find out the primary valency and secondary valency. So in the first one, so in these examples, so I already told that these are primary valency and these are secondary valency, isn't it? This primary valency is really 3 Cl minus and secondary valency, that is 6 NH3, isn't it? Yes. The next example, cobalt So in this example, the primary valencies are 3 and secondary valencies are 6. Okay, so listen carefully. So in this example, here you can see, so cobalt, ammonia 5, Cl and outside the square bracket Cl2. Okay, so here the primary valencies are 3. So here Cl2 and one more Cl is present inside the square bracket. It is also considered as primary valency and as well as secondary valency. Okay, so here ammonia is 5 and also chloride, it also acts as secondary valency. That's why secondary valency is 6. So here Cl acts as primary valency as well as secondary valency. Okay, so and one more. So like that you can consider any of the example. So in these examples also here these Cl2 acts as both primary valency and secondary valency. So here primary valencies are 3 and also secondary valencies are 4 plus 2 6. So here Cl2 acts as both secondary and primary valency. Okay, so these are some examples for find out the primary valency and secondary valency. So these are all the postulates of Werner theory. So here Werner's theory, it gives some postulates and also it has some drawbacks, and we can also call it as limitations. That is the limitations of Werner's theory. So next we see some limitations are also called as drawbacks of Werner's theory. Limitations of Werner's theory. So here it does not explain the how the ligands acts as both secondary valency and primary valency. In the previous I told that some of the ligands acts as both primary and secondary valency, but it does not give the explanation about why or how the ligands acts as both the primary and secondary valency. That is one of the limitation. It does not explain how ligands acts as both primary valency and secondary valency. Okay. So previously noted that example ali. So some of the like chloride acts as both primary and secondary valency anta ನಾವು ಹೇಳಿದ್ವಿ. So ಅದು ಯಾವ ತರ primary ಮತ್ತು secondary ಆಗಿ act ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಇಲ್ಲಿ explain ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ. So that is limitation. And next one is it does not explain about the properties, magnetic properties and electrical properties. It does not explain about the electrical and magnetic properties. Magnetic properties of the complex. So these are the some limitations of Werner theory. Okay, so in the previous we see the postulates and these are the limitations. So in limitations, it does not explain how some of the ligands acts as both the primary and secondary valency. It does not explain about that, and also it does not explain the electrical and magnetic properties of the complexes. Okay, yes. So in the next video, we will see the valence bond theory.